The entrance and exit wounds tell us what happens when someone has been shot. In this case, the victim was shot in the... Yes. The bullet entered through the chest, creating the entrance GSW. It then passed through her body and out her back, creating the exit GSW. This proves that she had been shot from the front. The back of the thigh is the entrance wound, and the front is the exit. If that's the case, the victim was shot... Yes, the shooter was behind the victim when she was shot. In any case, the wound in the thigh isn't the same size as the wound in the chest. Could this mean that two different firearms were used? I think contacting Little Guy and asking him to look into this would be my best option here. Hey, Little Guy, I need you to analyze this gunshot wound.
Yes, ma'am. A gunshot wound to the palm. I see. The bullet entered through the palm and exited through the back of the hand. It seems she was raising her hand towards the gun when it was fired.
Why would she put her hand up like that? A defensive wound is damage taken while trying to protect oneself from harm. She likely put her hands up as an instinctive reaction to having a gun pointed at her. Little Guy, analyze this wound.
Understood. This is a penetrating bullet wound from a firearm?
That's right. Rosalia was shot.
The bullet entered her chest and went through her heart. I don't think there was any doubt that this was a fatal wound.
I see. The question now is who pulled the trigger? Little Guy, can you analyze these black particles?
Okay. This is gunshot residue.
Gunshot residue?
When a gun is fired, it launches more than the bullet. Particles of gunpowder are blasted out of the barrel by the force of the explosion as well. When those particles land on the target being shot at, it is known as gunshot residue.
I see. So, since it was on Rosalia, that means... Indeed. It would indicate that she was shot from very close range. Little Guy, could you analyze this hypostasis?
Yes, of course. Please send your data over to me.
All right. Please look at it right away.
Okay, I've got it. Let's see here. Well, the hypostasis matches the position Rosalia's body was in when she was discovered.
Hypostasis occurs when the blood flow throughout the body has stopped. The blood settles within the corpse, pooling in the areas closest to the ground. Thus, Rosalia's corpse was... Yes. If the corpse had been moved, the hypostasis wouldn't match the position we discovered the body in. That place truly is where Rosalia drew her last breath.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, I have a question.
Hopefully it's something I have an answer for. What is it?
Well, the blue flowers are only growing in that one particular area of the field. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Rosalia was found in the center of this area of blue flowers.
Well, isn't that too much to be coincidence? It just seems so set up.
I see. What you're trying to say is...
Yes. Doesn't that make more sense?
You may have a point. Hypostasis begins to appear roughly 30 minutes after death. It's possible that her corpse was moved here immediately after she died to create this situation.
If that's the case, why would her killer do such a thing to her?
We're just grasping at straws here. We'll need real evidence and facts in order to solve these mysteries. If I think about what happened at the time of the murder, these do have a common link. These fine blood stains spattering Rosalia's clothing. This hemorrhaging was most likely caused by... That's right. There was a defensive wound on Rosalia's palm. The killer turned his gun on this girl and pulled the trigger. That bullet tore through the hand she held up, ineffectually trying to ward off the blow. It then continued into her body, piercing her heart. The fine blood stains were from the blood that came from her hand. The events of Rosalia's death are becoming clear. First, the cause of death. The wound that killed Rosalia was... right. The bullet that went through her chest struck her heart, ending her life. Now, what direction did that fatal shot come from? Indeed, the entrance and exit wounds tell us the path of the bullet through her body. Rosalia was alive just before this shot as well. The evidence for this is... yes. The wound on her palm is a defensive one, caused by her trying to protect herself from the gunshot. Her right hand also has another piece of important evidence. That is... indeed, the gunshot residue from the shot that killed her. Gunshot residue was left behind when... yes, gunshot residue is found on targets that have been shot at close range. We can tell that Rosalia had been shot in the chest from a short distance away. What would drive someone to be so determined to kill Rosalia? It's a bullet case. What's it doing in a place like this? There's a lot you can learn from a bullet case. I'd better have this analyzed. These stains, it's blood. There's a trail of it, too. These weren't cleaned up. Could this mean these blood stains were from when the incident occurred? Is this blood Rosalia's? Or... is this a bullet case? Not a standard piece of lab equipment. If I have this analyzed, I might learn some more details about it. Judging by the accumulation of dust, it doesn't look like this was shattered recently. This might not necessarily relate to this case, but it should be looked at, just to be sure. The glass in the... this is a blood stain. Could this be related to the case? I should get this analyzed at once. Is this a voice recorder? I wonder if there's anything recorded on it. It seems to be broken. I hope the data inside can be retrieved. Hey, little guy, do you think this can be repaired?
Whoa, this is one old recorder.
I know. I want to see what's in this.
Yikes, this can't be fixed. Not even I could do it.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Hey, wait a second. I can't fix the machine itself, but I might be able to get at whatever data's been saved on it.
That would be great. Can you get on that?
Okay, can you connect the recorder to the computer over on your end?
All right, 1 second. There. What's next?
You don't have to do anything else. I'm going to try taking a look at the data from here.
You can do that remotely? What an age we live in.
Really? It's not that difficult. Don't you know how to use a computer?
Zip it. Just hurry up and start looking already.
Don't get mad. You should be thanking me for this.
What was that?
Nothing. I'm on it.
And?
Huh. Looks like most of the data's been corrupted. Wait, this file might still be intact. We can play this one as is.
All right. Transfer it over here.
Right away. You're going to listen to it on your own machine, right? I'll name the file Record01 and send it over to you.
Good. I'll try listening to it. Does the rest of the data look like it can be repaired?
I can't really say for sure myself. I'll talk to the lab techs about it. If the files can be reconstructed, I'll send the data over to you.
All right. I'll be looking forward to hearing some good news from you.
No pressure, right?
Recording started August 7th. 2 days ago, I verified the sample collected from the biopsy. I have succeeded in extracting the virus and will begin cultivating it as a sample. Compared to the Mononegavirales, there are 24 similarities found, and...
Dad, hey, Dad! Sheesh!
Rose, give that back.
No, it's time for dinner!
Oh, is it? I didn't even notice. I'm sorry.
Sheesh, you never hear me when you're working. No more work for you until we're done eating. No.
Well, you got me. I accept my defeat. All right, let's go to the dining room. What's for dinner today?
Yeah! Dinner!
Hey, don't run! You'll trip and hurt yourself.